It's time again for the Science Bowl.
Zoo Parade for 5. What big teeth the hippo has are actually a pair of these. Science Potpourri for 10. Would a snake most likely eat every day? Every week, Dateline Science for 10. Why are some elephants wearing necklaces these days? Green things for 15.
And now, here's your host, Mr. Z himself, Dave Zarin.
Thank you and welcome to the Science Bowl. Nice to have you here today. Two outstanding middle schools to play our game in this, our 39th year of competition in PGCPS, the Science Bowl. How much do our students know about science? Test their science literacy. That's what we do. Let's meet today's teams. First, would you meet the team from Andrew Jackson Middle School? Say hello to Javon. Their captain Xavier is here, and Makai is there as well, all wearing matching shirts that say Science Bowl, and they get to keep them. They're great looking shirts. Benjamin Tasker is here, good looking team over there as well. Our captain, he's back again this year. Alex is back, wave to everybody, Alex. Chase is here for the very first time, and Evan, you've been here twice before. You were an alternate, you're on the set. Nice to have you back. Here on the Science Bowl, we have 6 categories of questions, and if you're not familiar with our show, here are those categories right now.
Okay, Mr. Z, here's today's categories. Green things, questions about plants and all things green and growing. Zoo Parade, a Noah's Ark of questions about animals. Body systems, we'll see how much you know about yourself, about things like breathing and growing, and digesting your food. Let's get physical. Questions that test your knowledge of physics and chemistry, earth science and space science. Then there's Science Potpourri. Here's a grab bag of science questions, everything from air pollution to the kitchen sink. And finally, Dateline Science. We'll ask you about science history and science in the news.
And here in the Science Bowl, we arrange our game board according to question difficulty. Easier questions on the left with 5 and 10 points. Tougher ones, 15, 20, and ultimately 25, the toughest of them all. Both of our teams start out at 50 points apiece. No penalties ever for incorrect answer. And at the end of the 2 rounds, one of these 2 talented, good-looking teams will come back to play our game again for the chance to become the 3rd of our 4 semifinalists in this year's middle school competition. So we have a lot at stake here. Let's go over and make sure everything works. Xavier, would you try the red team's buzzer? All right, it looks good. It sounds good. It's a group push on that side there. Alex, how about the green team? It too looks and sounds A-OK. Gentlemen, good luck to you today. May the better team win. We go alphabetically A before B. So Andrew, Jackson, and Xavier, let's play that bowl.
All right, green things for 25.
Green things 25. He's going for the big one in that category. Multiple choice. Listen carefully. Sugar beets and almonds are among the few crops that are halophytic. H-A-L-O-P-H-Y-T-I-C, which means they can grow in soil that contains small amounts of which of the following? Iron, salt, or nitrogen? Benjamin Tasker.
Salt.
Salt, absolutely right. Halophytic plants like mangroves that live on the edge of the ocean, they can tolerate salt. Good start. Got yourself 25 quick points. Go green.
Can we get body systems for 15?
Body for 15s, you may indeed. If you are hyperventilating, the level of this gas in your blood drops dangerously low. A quick remedy is to breathe into a paper bag. What gas are we talking about here? Benjamin Tasker.
Carbon dioxide?
It is carbon dioxide. You're losing too much carbon dioxide. That's why if you go to a swimming pool and you want to dive down deep and you hyperventilate like you're trying to fill your lungs with oxygen, you can actually pass out underwater because your brain doesn't know to make you breathe again because you've lost so much CO2. Go again, green. Nice answer.
Let's get physical for 20, please.
Physical for 20 points. Here's your question. It's a visual. Let's look at the monitor in the studio, please. Let's look at the picture. I'm going to show you some clouds. Beautiful clouds. Scientist Luke Howard is credited with naming all the major cloud types, including these, the high wispy clouds made of ice crystals. Name those clouds for 20 points. Tasker.
Stratus.
Not stratus. Good try. All right, Andrew Jackson, let's see what kind of clouds you know. Javon looks pretty intent over there. Xavier, what you got? What's the 3 heads coming up with?
What is cirrus clouds?
Which one?
Cirrus clouds.
They are cirrus clouds. You got that right. Good teamwork, guys. You're on the board. Go. Grid.
All right. Zoo parade for 25.
Zoo parade 25, big one in that category. A fish's swim bladder. I know Evan wants to be an ichthyologist one day. A fish's swim bladder, normally filled with oxygen, maintains what B initialed quality that keeps it from floating to the surface or sinking to the bottom. What is that B initialed word, Tasker?
Buoyancy.
You got that right. Yes, sir. You're cooking. Go.
Can we get science potpourri for 15?
Potpourri for 15 points. Here we go. If you are an acoustician, A-C-O-U-S-T-I-C-I-A-N, your specialty is studying the science of this. Acoustics is sound. Acoustics is sound. The acoustics, acoustician. All right. Tough word, tough questions. Still green. Go, Alex.
Can I get science potpourri for 20?
Which one?
Science potpourri for 20.
Science potpourri for
20.
20 points. Here's your question. Scientists have found the fossilized remains of a giant salamander-like predator whose huge head was filled with these kinds of teeth that we normally associate with poisonous snakes. All right. Tasker.
Fangs?
Fangs, yes, yes. If you know, God bless you over there. If you know reptiles, you know that those fangs are where the venom comes out. Okay, let's go again. Green, you still have that advantage.
Let's get physical for 15.
Physical for 15 points. On your phone's weather page or app, you can find the air temperature along with the temperature at which this forms, letting you know if the air will be dry or sticky. What forms? Xavier.
What is humidity?
Not quite, not quite. This. You will find out the temperature at which this forms, letting you know if the air will be dry or sticky. Dew. The dew point. The dew point. A lot of people confuse that with relative humidity, Xavier. Not the only person there. It's a confusing thing, but it's a wet bulb and a dry bulb that are involved, and it's an accurate measurement of the amount of moisture in the air. Go again, please. Green.
Zoo parade for 20, please.
Zoo parade for 20. One of the problems Charles Darwin faced when describing his theory of evolution, guys, was how animals and plants learned how to help each other out. A cooperation known by what S initial term? What S initial terms? Alex.
Symbiotic relationship?
Symbiotic, absolutely right. Symbiosis, yeah. You scratch my back, I'll scratch yours, you know? All right, the buzzer is ringing. That was a fast round. Our score at this juncture, Andrew Jackson, they're just getting started. They're at 70 points. They're going to come roaring back in the second half. Right now, Tesker is in the lead with 155. We'll be back with more Science Bowl and a few interviews to find out about the players in just a moment. And welcome back to Science Bowl. Hope you're enjoying this game at home as much as we are here in the studio. 6 outstanding young men here playing our game, and before we get to the second half, let's find out a little bit about them. I told them before, they're all great ambassadors for their schools. That is without doubt. Let's go to Xavier first from Andrew Jackson. It's Andrew Jackson Academy, isn't it?
Yeah, Andrew Jackson Academy.
Absolutely. And who's your principal down there?
Mr. Tweedy.
Wonderful. Out there.
Yeah, and Miss Gibson is here with us today, though.
Very nice. Yes, indeed. And those adults, they make the difference. Without good sponsors, without good coaches and administrators, this show does not happen, and these young people don't have this opportunity. So thank you for what you've done. Xavier, do you have any alternates on your team?
Yeah, we have Jordan.
He'll be out in a few moments. We're giving him some FaceTime. Tell me something about the school that you think everybody at home should know about. Brag about Andrew Jackson.
I'd like to say our staff is really good. There's always around, and I think most of the people always go to them to talk about something. So yeah, they're always around helping the students.
What a great answer. You know, if you don't have a school with teachers and staff like that, you don't want to go. But you know that you have advocates there, they are on your side. That's a wonderful answer. Xavier, tell me what you want to do someday.
I think I want to get into professional soccer. Yeah, I think I want to get into professional soccer.
Professional soccer.
Yeah.
And Makai is shaking his hands because he's a soccer player too. Javon, do you play soccer at all? Mm-hmm. You do? Okay. So are you all on a soccer team together somewhere?
Yes, and Andrew Jackson.
So you had to be a soccer player to be on the Science Bowl. Was that it?
Nah.
No. All right. Tell me what you like to do in your spare time if you're not playing soccer, Xavier.
Yeah, in my spare time, I like to make games. My friends know. I do a lot in class, actually.
Very nice, very nice. And Makai, do you have a favorite soccer player, a hero?
Ronaldo.
Ronaldo. Did I hear he's retiring?
Yeah, he is.
Sometimes they say they are, but they don't really. Yeah, he's just an amazing athlete. Why'd you want to be on the Science Bowl, Makai?
Cause I like talking about science, especially like to other people. It makes me feel smart.
This is where you can talk science all you want. You're in the right place. Javon, how about you? Why'd you want to do this? And I know you're an artist. And tell us a little bit about your artistry. What do you do? What have you made?
Recently, I won this competition in second place in all of Maryland for middle school.
Wow.
It was about what was it for? It was about inclusivity, how we could draw it and bring it to people's attention.
Boy, isn't that important? That's so important today. Inclusivity, not exclusivity. Absolutely right. Well, I know you'd like to make a career of art, and it sounds like you've made a great start, and congratulations on your award.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a good second half here. Benjamin Tasker, Alex, you're back again. First time as captain. How's it feel?
It feels great. Last year, I really wish I was able to be on the team, but this year I get to make an opportunity to show myself and how I can be.
Absolutely. You're doing a fantastic job. Who's your principal, Tasker?
Dr. Hill.
And I think she's here today, isn't she?
Yeah, she is
here. I know
here.
she's out there. She's rooting for you guys. And who's your coach?
Mr. Lane. He has been monitoring us, making sure that we are keeping up on the studies, looking at past Science Bowls, certain competitions, our competitors, making sure that we stay on touch and are able to have some understanding of what we need to do.
He's all in on Science Bowl, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that's what you need. That's what makes the difference between people who win and those who come in second place sometimes. Tell me about Benjamin Tasker. What do you like about the school?
I want to say that it has great educational opportunities. I know currently that I'm in higher classes. I'm currently taking high school math and science, and I feel like it's able to give me more competition and more understanding of what I'm really going to look forward to in my life.
Absolutely. It's all about preparation, isn't it? Just like what you did to get here today. Any alternates on your team?
Nope, not today.
Not today. You guys are just in.
Yep.
All right. Good luck in the second half. Chase, this is your first time here. Why did you want to do this?
Well, I know I watched a few episodes at home with my family, and I was recommended to do it by my science teacher.
That was a good recommendation. And among the things you like to do is sleep. I'm with you on that. And you like to cook. And what do you like to cook?
I like to cook a lot of meats, like steak. I want to do that one day, and I cook chicken and stuff.
Hey, open your own restaurant, maybe? Maybe in the back of your mind. What are you thinking about for a future?
I would like to do something in computer sciences, so like software programming, or if that doesn't really work out, I'd like to continue playing baseball at a professional level.
You're a very good articulator. Yeah, I love how you speak, so think about communications too. I like your intensity. And Evan, nice to have you back. You told me earlier you got some fish at home, you got some reptiles, you're interested in ichthyology. You are a science poster kid over there. How'd you get interested in reptiles and fish?
I saw fish at an aquarium and I got inspired and got interested in fish. Yeah. And I saw like online videos for like reptiles like crested geckos. And also,
how many geckos do you have?
Only one.
Just one. What's your gecko's name?
Millie.
Yeah. And is it, I remember reptiles are not real affectionate. You know, you can't form a bond like with cats and dogs. But have you formed a bond with your gecko?
Yeah.
That's nice. Yeah, see something in you, can see that you're a caring young man. What do you do in your spare time if you're not taking care of your animals?
I mean, I just like to make small like terrariums, or like kind of escape for like small like the aquariums I make.
Very nice, very nice. Aquascaping. I've never heard that word before. I like it. All right, let's get back into the game. Tasker 155, Andrew Jackson 70. And Xavier, before I ask the question here, did you mention the name of your sponsor?
Sponsor?
Who's your coach?
Oh, sponsor, yes. Dr. Spires.
Dr. Spires, yes. And she's one of the main reasons you're here today. She really puts it all in. And Valencia, thank you for the work that you have done. Let's get back into that game. Last correct answer came from the green team. Alex, let's go.
Can I get the green things for 20, please?
Green things for 20 points. If you're pulling dandelions out of your lawn, because most people think they're weeds, either because they are weeds or you want to eat them, they're actually more nutritious than broccoli or spinach, be careful. Because if you're allergic to this L-initialed sap that's found in the dandelion stem, you're going to break out in a rash. What is that L-initialed substance that is found in the stem of the dandelion? It's called latex. Latex. And sometimes in the store, you'll see that if you buy rubber gloves, they say if you're allergic to latex, don't buy these gloves because that's found in a rubber plant. All right, no points, go again, green. Yes, sir.
Can I have Dateline for 25?
Dateline for 25 points. Big one in that category. Here's your question, multiple choice. Among the women honored in NASA's LEGO collection, is this brilliant African-American mathematician? Alex. Chase and Evan, I think he's struggling there. It might be on the tip of his tongue if you can help him out.
Was it Mae Jemison?
Not Mae Jemison. That's a good try. Andrew Jackson, let me repeat for you. This is worth 25 points. You can get back in this game. Listen to me. It's multiple choice, I said. Multiple choice. So I'm going to give you 3 names. Among the women honored in NASA's LEGO collection is this brilliant African-American mathematician who helped get our first astronauts into space and was featured in the movie Hidden Figures. Was she Mae Jemison, Katherine Johnson, or Stephanie Wilson? What you got, guys?
Huh?
We need an answer.
What is Katherine Johnson?
Katherine Johnson is correct. Yes, indeed. Yes. Mae Jemison is also an African-American woman astronaut, as is Miss Wilson, Stephanie Wilson. Good. All right. You're up to 95. You're getting closer. Come on, Xavier. Earn some more.
Let's get physical 25.
Physical for 25. All right. Your question. If you have a water purification system under your sink, it uses reverse osmosis to remove the impurities. But it will not remove gases like the one with the initials capital H, capital S, that smells like rotten eggs. What is HS? Capital H, capital S. What gas? Tasker.
Hydrogen sulfide?
You got that right. Thank you, Chase. Good assist there. It is indeed hydrogen sulfide. Go again, green.
Body systems 25.
Body for 25 points. All right, get this one. Come on, Andrew Jackson. The 4 muscles that make up your rotator cuff keep the ball of your upper arm bone inside the socket of this bone. All right, try to imagine your body now. All right, Tasker thinks they know the name of the bone.
Shoulder blade?
You got it right. It is the shoulder blade or the clavicle. Nice work. Good. Go.
Science potpourri 25.
Science potpourri for 25 points. We all know Bill Nye the Science Guy. But PBS once had an animated series called Sid the Science Kid. On one of Sid's episodes, he demonstrated all 4 of the simple machines. Can you give me 3? Give me 3 simple machines out of the 4 that there are. All right, Benjamin Tasker has weighed in. Jackson, I want to see you talking among yourselves. You come up with 3 in case I have to come to you. All right, Evan and Chase and Alex they're putting their heads together. Can you give me 3 simple machines? 3 of the 4 simple machines. Alex, what you got?
Mechanical and...
I think you're going down the wrong road here, young man. All right, Jackson, you got a chance to get these points, these 25 points, if you can give me 3 of the 4 simple machines. They are the lever, the pulley, the wheel and axle, and the inclined plane or the screw. Those are the 4 basic machines, yeah. All right, like a scissor has a couple simple machines in there. Has an inclined plane, it has a lever. All right, that was a tough question. You guys did a credible job on that. Let's go back to the green team.
Can we get Dateline for 20?
Dateline, 20 points. All right, over 100 pieces of a Russian satellite in low Earth orbit recently tumbled back to Earth. Whoa, they're coming down. Luckily, they didn't cause any injuries, because normally such space debris is incinerated by what force as it passes through? Tasker.
Friction?
Yeah, the friction with our air makes them burn up, which is why the underside of spacecraft always covered with that heat-resistant tile, so the astronauts are safe. Go again, please. Green.
Can I get body systems for 20?
Body systems for 20. Come on, Jackson. Body systems for 20. Think about this one. I know you're going to do well. Okay. While your urinary bladder holds P, your gallbladder is filled with this B-initialed substance. What's in your gallbladder? B-initialed substance. It's called bile juice. Bile juice, B-I-L-E. It's green and it helps with breaking up fats. Go again, green.
Green things for 15?
Green for 15. If you've never heard of skunk cabbage, you're hearing about it now. Skunk cabbage that comes out early in the spring and smells awful because it's trying to attract pollinators is one of the few plants that is thermogenic, meaning it can do what? That's a word that has two parts, thermogenic. Andrew Jackson, parse that word. Tell me what that skunk cabbage can do that very few plants can. Have an answer ready for me, Tasker, in case I come to you. Thermogenic, an ability had by the skunk cabbage. All right, Xavier, come on.
Produce gases.
Produce what?
Produce gases. Produce gases.
You were close. You were close. Thermogenic. What can skunk cabbages do, Alex?
Produce heat.
Produce heat. Thermo like in thermometer. Genesis, beginning. All right. You got those points, Tasker. Nicely done. Go.
Can we get zoo prey for 15?
Zoo for 15. Let's go to the zoo. Sharks and manta rays are among the only fish that have skeletons not made of bone, but rather of this gristly substance, also found here.
Cartilage.
Alex.
Cartilage.
Cartilage, yeah, you got it in your nose too. Cartilage up here, cartilage in your earlobes. All right, Tasker.
Dateline for 15.
Dateline for 15 points. All right, I know you've seen these in your school. Hopefully you never have to use one. Since doctors long ago learned that electricity can shock a stopped heart into beating again, in 1933 they invented the first AED that we now see in many buildings. I'm going to give you the first part of it. Automated external
defibrillator.
What?
Defibrillator.
That's what I want to hear. It is a defibrillator. Absolutely right, young man. Good. Go.
Can I get green things for 10? Green things for 10.
Green things for 10 points. I have to tell you the answer is not photosynthesis. Here's your question. Think about it. Every third bite of food you eat comes from a plant that had to undergo this P-initialed process. I threw you off, didn't I? All right, come on, Xavier.
Produce.
Not produce, that's a good try. What P-initialed process is what every third bite of food you eat had to have happen in a plant. Pollination. Pollination. Because if you don't pollinate a flower, you ain't getting an apple, you ain't getting a vegetable, you're getting nothing. So pollination without that, that's why bees are so important, to pollinate plants. All right, go green.
Dateline science for 10.
Dateline for 10 points. Between the Stone Age and the Iron Age, historical times named for the kinds of tools that men used, was this age, Alex.
The Bronze Age?
It is the Bronze Age. Chase is smiling big. Yeah, he got that one too. Good work over there, Chase. Okay, Alex, go.
Zoo parade for 10.
Zoo for 10. There's a visual for this. Look at the monitor in the studio. Look at this picture. Beautiful, beautiful moth. Called a tiger moth. You can see why. The only insect that can emit ultrasonic clicks that are able to jam the radar of these animals, their main predator. What's always trying to eat that moth? Tasker.
Bats.
Bats, yeah. They've got that sonar, and the moths have ultrasonic clicks. They can interrupt that sonar. Boy, pretty sophisticated stuff for a bug. Okay, go green.
Body system for...
You may go.
Body systems for 10.
Body systems for 10 points. Last question of the game. In order for a transfusion to be safe and successful, these have to match between the patient and the donor. Alex.
The blood type.
Your blood types. Yes, sir. Absolutely right. And that takes you to 300 points. Let's have a round of applause for all these guys up there. Terrific game. We'll be back in just a moment with a wrap-up. Don't you go away. And welcome back to Science Ball. Hope you enjoyed this game today. It was a wonderful game. Such spirit. Everybody played with so much energy here today. All 6 of these young people are champions in my eyes, and I know yours as well. Sometimes the score doesn't tell everything. Our final tally today is Andrew Jackson, Academy 95. Benjamin Tasker, 300 points. What an achievement of you guys over there. Let's have a nice round of applause for everybody. For everybody. You guys are responsible for a lot of people at home learning a lot of science. Let me tell you that. Alex, tell us who's with you today.
So we have my science coach, Mr. Lane, and my lovely principal, Dr. Hill.
She heard the lovely part, so did I. Thank you very much, Alex. You got some points there. Thank you, Coach. And Xavier, who'd you bring with you today?
All right, so we have Dr. Spires, our coach, Jordan, our sub, and Ms. Gibson, our counselor. Am I right? Assistant principal, my bad.
Assistant principal, yeah. You got to give her a promotion there. All right. Thank you all for being here. Thank you, young man, for being here. An alternate, you know, you were an integral part of this team. And again, I love those shirts. And Florentia, thank you for all that you do. And thank you for joining us today. Thank you for joining us as well. See you next time as we look for the 3rd of our semifinalists in this middle school competition. I'm Dave Zarin. Until then, bye-bye. Thanks for joining us.